You've written a chapter in a book, and now you're wondering, what can I do with that chapter? Well, we're going to show you how to turn your chapter into an ebook, and you can monetize that. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Linda Sunshine West, the founder and CEO of Action Takers Publishing, and I'm here with
Hi, I'm Sally Larkin Green, and I'm the Vice President of Author Development at Action Takers. And I really love this idea, Linda, of making a ebook, turning your chapter into an ebook.
Yeah, it's been interesting because you and I have been in multiple, collaborative books. And I don't know about you, Sally, but I haven't turned any of my chapters into an ebook. And this is an idea that came up recently. And we're like, well, let's do this. I'm excited to dive into this. Before we get into it, I just want to invite you to follow us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Here we are at Action Takers Publishing. We're that on all of the socials. So Sally, let's dive in. What's one of the first things that we want to teach them to do today is to do what?
Yeah, well, I mean, to get started, we're going to publish your ebook on Amazon. So you need to create your Amazon KDP account. So the way you do that is you go to kdp.amazon.com. If you're in a different country, you would use your extension. But when you get there, you would click Join KDP if you've never uh, had a book there before, or you would sign in if you already have an account. And when you do that, you'll just enter all your information. But once that's all set, now you're ready to go in and upload your book. It's pretty much that simple.
And we're going to show you how to do that. So definitely stick around for that. We'll be right back. We're back. Now that you created your KDP account, we're going to go to the next step. And ideally, you want to create your book cover next because this helps you to see that it's real. This is really happening and it's exciting. And also, you can use that cover design as marketing materials to let people know while you're creating the book that you're creating the book. And guess what? You can capture email addresses of people who may be interested in getting your book. So we highly recommend that you create your cover design first. This way you can use it as marketing material. So Sally, you want to walk us through this piece? So I'm going to share my screen and here's what we're talking about right now. Creating a cover design using Canva. So Canva is the platform we're going to show you how to use today. You can use anything that creates designs. It's all up to you, but we're just going to show you how to use Canva.
Once you've created your account in Canva, you're going to click the little button and create your project.
It's on the top right-hand side of my screen as you're looking over here, create a design. So I'm going to click on that. And then from there, I'm going to select custom size. Sally, what's the ideal size for us to use for these ebooks?
KDP recommends 1600 by 2560 pixels. That's PX. So you're going to just leave it as PX.
Okay, and then I'm going to click on create new design. So we're going to pull this up. It's just going to be a blank screen with nothing on it. And then I'm going to walk through the process of creating any design. I'm just going to create a random design, and Sally's going to tell us what we're doing now. Okay. So Sally, tell me what to do.
Yeah. Well, find a design that's desirable for you that,
I'll just choose this one.
Yeah. What you want to do then is change the title to your book title. You want to include your subtitle underneath that. Make sure that it looks nice and that it's something that people are going to want to read. Pretty much.
This is not that, by the way. This is definitely not that. I'm just putting something on the screen so you can see, how easy it is. I literally, what I did on there is I clicked on the left-hand side. I clicked on text. I clicked on heading, And then I created this little text box that put my name inside of there. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just change the size to, this is the font size. I'm just going to change it to 60 just to have something on there. So there it is. There's my cover design. I would spend more time at doing this. You know, if we were doing a real cover design, this is definitely not what I would use. So what's my next step, Sally? I've created my cool cover design. I'm ready to go to the next step. What am I going to do next? I'm going to download this, right?
Yeah. So you're going to hit the download button. You're going to
I'm going to hit share on the top
right.
right-hand side. It says share. And then from there, we're going to select download. And then which options under file type am I going to select for my cover design for uploading to KDP?
For uploading to KDP, it needs to be a JPEG.
Okay, so I'm going to select the JPG right here. And that should go away. Let's see here. Why is it not? There we go. And I only have a one-page document. So fortunately, I only have one page to download. And does this quality matter here? Do you know anything about that? I've never noticed that before.
I think it's fine. Yeah.
I'm going to go quality 100. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to download that, and that's going to save to my downloads folder. So is that all we need to do for the Canva aspect of it?
That's pretty much it. The only thing I would caution you, and I've seen this with a lot of authors, is when you have your name on the book, make sure you just have your name. Don't put by, like BY, your name. That's a telltale sign that you're an amateur and that it's your first ebook. A lot of people, if they see the by, know that it's not someone who's into uh, writing and publishing books. So I just wanted to mention that.
My first book, The Year of Fears, has by the way, just so you know. I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, that's it. And that was something I took a writing course years ago, and that was something he drummed into us. It's funny. So yeah,
So you're going to drill that into us now.
Absolutely.
So here's this, the ideal cover design size is 1600 by 2560 px, which is pixels. And so stay tuned. We're going to go to the next phase in just a second. Next, we're going to talk about creating your manuscript. So I'm going to share on my screen an example of the manuscript that we have created. And this is for our book called eBook Mastery. That's out. You can buy that on Amazon, and just go to actiontakerspublishing.com/ebook mastery. And that'll take you right over to Amazon to get your copy of the book. And so you can have this in a download form as well. Okay, so let me go and share the screen again. This is the first page that we have of our ebook. We're going to have the cover design will be first, but then this right here is something that was created in Google Drive, Google Docs. You can use, what are some of the things? You can use Pages, you can use Word, you can use Google Docs, any word processing sort of program, as long as you're able to create a table of contents. So you do need to have a table of contents on KDP Amazon. So this here, this was all created in Google Docs. And then I created the table of contents for it as well inside of Google Docs this here. And this is the document. So you can see what the document is there. And right here, one thing I want to point out is that we love to share with our authors to add a bonus for your readers. One of the things about publishing a book, publishing an ebook, is you have an opportunity to capture people's email addresses. So take advantage of that. Include a reader bonus so that they can get into your email pipeline, and then you can share that with them different things that you're selling, and they might buy from you. If you don't do this, you'll just miss out on those potential opportunities. So basically, you just go in and you create your book. Here we have, this ebook mastery. This is what's called a heading 1 style, which makes it so that we could easily run the table of contents. And then going through here, this is just a heading 1 style where it says designing your ebook cover. This one here is a heading 1 style, and that's a heading 1 style. And then so is that one. So we created these all as heading 1 styles so that we can easily run the table of contents. And I'm going to share my screen with the with the ebook that we created, I'm going to show you how to create that table of contents, because it's not that it's hard to do, but it's not easy to do either if you don't know what you're doing. So excuse my screen for being all weirdo like that, but here we go. So this is the Google Doc version of this ebook mastery book. If you scroll down, we have right here, there's our reader bonus. And here's where I created the table of contents. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. Let's see. I'm not used to using Google Docs for this stuff. I'm used to using Word. So if you look on the left-hand side, I have an outline showing up, and it shows me that all of these, if I click on this one where it says ebook mastery, for example, it takes me right to that part in the book. And then also right up here, it shows that it's a heading 1 style. This is so that on the table of contents, it shows up as a heading 1, where it's going to have the title as a heading, and then it's going to have the page number that it's located on. And then if I click here on designing your ebook cover using Canva, the same thing. It's going to show me as a heading 1 up here, and the left-hand side, when I click on it, it takes me straight to there. It's the same thing if you click on any of these. It's going to take you right to that part in the book, and that's what Kindle wants. They want people to easily be able to click on the table of contents to be taken to the spot in the book that you want them to go. So next, what I'm going to do is we have the very first page is the cover page. So we're going to have our cover, which is colorful, but then when they flip to the first page, we want them also to have an additional cover page inside of the book. It has a hyperlink to our website, so they'll be able to link out to our website if they click on that link inside of the Kindle version of the book. Next, we have our reader bonus. With our reader bonus, we give to people a copy of our course. It's a $500 course, how to write, publish, market, and monetize your book the fast, fun, and easy way. They can click on that link and it'll take them straight to that course to purchase it. And then we give them, here is a code that they can use, course free, in order to get it for free. And then next is the table of contents. So with the table of contents, I just typed table of contents, I centered it, and I made this one 16-point font, as you can see right there, and bold. I'm just going to put my cursor on the left-hand side right there. And I'm going to click on, again, I'm in Google Docs doing this. You can do this in any word processing. If you're not sure how to do it, just Google it. Ask, how do I create a table of contents in whatever program that you're using? But I'm going to just click on insert, and I'm going to scroll down to, where'd it go? Table of contents right on the bottom. And here you're going to see 3 different styles. One is going to show page numbers. One is going to show, these are like little dots leading to the page numbers. They're called dot leaders. And then this one doesn't have page numbers. Sally, is this the one I should choose for this? Because we're doing links, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe so too.
So. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because in KDP for Amazon, they just want the links. They don't care about the page numbers.
Correct.
Because on your ebook, there are no page numbers. So it's kind of interesting. Now, what I'm going to do here is I don't like them so close to each other. So I'm just going to select them all, and I'm going to change the spacing by clicking this little button up here. And I'm just going to select double because I personally don't like them so close to each other. So what's going to happen is once I save this, that when I upload it to KDP Amazon, or when I upload it to Amazon, it's going to make it so that when a person clicks on this button and they click there, it's going to take them straight to that part in the book. So that's the whole idea behind the table of contents. So then what we've done in our books is that we have all this content. And then if you scroll down to the bottom of the document, what we've done is we put the copyright page as the last page. Normally in our books, we make this, close to the very front of the book, but since it's an ebook, we're just putting it at the end of the book. So what's my next step, Sally? Now that I've written my content and I've created my table of contents, what's my next step? I need to save this as something, right?
Yeah. So you're going to save that as a docx or a doc if you're in.
So in a Google Drive,
Okay.
you would go File, Download, and then save it as Microsoft Word DOCX. You could save it as an EPUB. If you know how to deal with those, you can do that. We're just going to select DOCX for the purposes of this session here. And there are a couple of other styles you can save it as. I remember Mobi was one of them, MOBI. We have DOC, DOCX, or EPUB. So those are the four
EPUB
different
and
options.
KPF, which is the Kindle publishing format.
Yeah. And you don't have to save it as a Kindle publishing format. If you don't want to, you can just save it as a Word document. So I'm going to select that and it is going to download. It's downloading right. Here's my downloads folder. It's downloading it and it is done. So there it is. It's sitting in my downloads folder, Sally.
There you go.
So now we're going to go. What's our next step?
Yes. Now the next step, you've got your cover, you've got your manuscript. It's all set to be uploaded into KDP. And so that's where we go next. So you've created your KDP account. You're going to go back into KDP and you're going to fill out all the information, upload the manuscript, upload your cover design, and publish your book.
Now it is self-explanatory, yet there are a couple things we want to just tell you about when you go to upload your book to KDP. First of all, there's just a bunch of blanks. It's a form. You're going to fill out this form. There's going to be a part there where it's going to ask you to upload your cover design. Remember, you saved your cover design as a JPEG, so you want to make sure that you upload that exact cover design to KDP. The next thing is going to ask you for your manuscript. That's what we just downloaded as the DOCX file. You're going to upload that. You already created your table of contents. It is ready to go. So there are some things that we want to just talk about a little bit here. Just going to give you a little bit of information. When you go to upload your book, one of the things that you're doing is you want people to find your book. So there's a section there where you can put a description of your book on KDP. Go ahead and fill it out and make it what we call SEO heavy, which is search engine optimization. You want to make that search engine optimization so that it will find, or people will find your book without you having to tell the whole world where your book is. There will be some people who will be Google searching something and they'll find your book. So that's one thing. Another thing is there's categories. You can select up to 3 categories on Amazon. So Sally, you want to talk about that just a little bit, because all of our books at Action Takers Publishing are #1 international best-selling books. And one of the ways we achieve that is by selecting categories that make sense. So don't go into the whole thing, Sally, because we could be here for another hour on that, but just share just briefly about the categories.
Yeah, so finding the categories, when you go into Amazon, you'll see the category list, and just go in. There's little drop-down menus. Go in and choose categories that reflect what your book is about. Once you do that, once you select a category, you can go back into Amazon and look and see what books are in those categories. You can find that specific category in Amazon and look at the books that are currently the #1. What's the #1 new release in that category? What's the #1 book overall in that category? And what is their rankings on Amazon? So it gives you an idea of the genre that you're in, and are you in the right place? Are you with the books that you should be, or should you move it into different categories? So it's just figuring it out, selecting the right categories, and choosing categories that are going to help to move your book into that #1 bestseller status.
Yeah, I remember we had one of our books, Women with Healing Gifts. It was launched back in 2023. And we were like right behind Viola Davis for a while. And we were able to pass her up just for a short period of time, but we passed her up and we hit #1 in that category. So I saw Viola about a week ago at an event. And I didn't mention that, by the way, that we passed her up. But that was all because of selecting the categories that made sense. It made sense for the book. That's one thing that we're very strict on here, is making sure that our categories that we select do align with the book. We don't want to cheat. And because there are some people, I have met people who will choose like basket weaving or something that's easy to hit that #1 spot in, just so they can say that they were a #1 bestseller. We don't believe in that. You know, if you're going to do that, that's fine, but that's not our way. We do select the categories that make sense. And then again, when you're doing that SEO, there are boxes to fill in. Some of them say optional. I highly recommend that you fill in every single box. Don't make it optional for you. It's optional for others, because those optional boxes there are, again, more opportunities for you to utilize those areas for SEO, for people to find you on, but when they're out there Googling things. There are, I think it's 7 keywords that you can enter. Use them all. If you can't think of what to put, go to ChatGPT and ask it, what keywords should I use for this? Just ask ChatGPT to help you. Keywords don't only mean keywords, they also mean keyword phrases. So if there's a phrase that people use, like for example, our book that we're doing right now, that we're talking about today, is ebook mastery. So we might put a phrase in there that says, how do I write an ebook? How do I create an ebook? We might use that as a keyword, in order for people who are looking, how do I write an ebook? They might find our book. They're much more likely to find it because we have used those keyword search terminology for them. And with that said, Sally, I think we covered everything. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I love it. And, the thing is, if you're interested in learning how to monetize your ebook, um, get the ebook, and that's the last chapter will walk you through that.
That's right. Get our book, ebook mastery. Again, you can go to actiontakerspublishing.com/ebook mastery. And I'm going to put it on the screen just so you can see it. So actiontakerspublishing.com/ebook mastery. Go get your copy of the ebook mastery book. Get your book out there. That chapter, you can use a chapter. This book that we created, the ebook, is only 16 pages, but it's packed full of information. It's packed full of the steps to take in order to turn your chapter into an ebook. It also gives you a lot of tips on how to make money from your ebook. So go out there. We're so proud of you for taking the steps to make this happen. Take that last step. Publish it. Publish it. Get it out there. Sally, any last words for today?
Yeah, that just go out and publish your chapter. We're looking forward to reading it again.
Yes, exactly. Or if you're one of our people, you haven't written in one of our books with Action Takers Publishing, we're looking forward to reading your chapter. So get it out there.